PolaCOPIES are here. What are PolaCOPIES exactly? Well, let me explain it. But first, let's roll that intro.
You know the type of guy that was a jock in high school but ended up becoming a huge nerd? You know, someone that's not afraid to make a fool of themselves on the internet. And someone that likes to shoot Polaroid a little too much. Did I say huge nerd? You know, just an ordinary, everyday guy. Well, that's me. I'm just another Chris.
Alright, so as you guys know, I love instant photography. This channel has done a few videos on instant photography, and I love it. I love sharing my hobbies with you guys, my interests. I love sharing tips and tricks and hacks, all sorts of fun stuff with you. And as you guys know, when I do videos, especially when I do videos about cameras, I put them through their paces. I don't just read the manual and say this is what it does. I make a video of what it does, but I show you if it can do what it says it does. And there's been some times where, you know, some of those cameras don't quite do what they say they can do. So to achieve those levels of in-depth reviews and in-depth looks at products and other cool hacks and tips and tricks, I utilize a lot of film. This isn't even all of them. However, these are all empty packs that I have purchased. Now, this is a good representation of cost. These run to what, $20 a pack, roughly? Oh, this is an I-type pack, so this one is about $16. However, this is actually old Stranger Things one. I remember from the design, Polaroid Originals. I paid about $25 for this pack because it was a discontinued pack. It's a few dollars. So making those videos and in-depth looks and hacks and tips and trick videos, they cost a lot to produce and make. So I wanted to come up with a cool way for you guys to help me out so I can help you out. It's kind of like a trade back system. So instead of just being like, hey, join my Patreon, give me your money. It's not my style. I don't like doing that, and I think you guys know that. That's why I have the monthly print club, where you guys can buy a photo of mine every single month. That in turn helps the channel, so you're not just giving your money away, you're actually getting something in return. So I've come up with a pretty unique idea, something pretty fun. I'm very excited to share with you all, and that is PolaCOPIES. What is PolaCOPIEs exactly? Well, they're copies of Polaroids. Let me explain. Here is a box of PolaCOPIES, 8 random copies of real Polaroid photos that I've taken. You've probably seen a lot of them in videos over the past couple of years over on Instagram, but now you can actually own the real thing. There is a really unique twist with these, and that is in the form that you scratch to develop your photos. Yes, every pack, there's 8 photos, there's 8 scratchers. Inside the box, you get a sticker. Yeah, make some art, people. You get a cartridge of PolaCOPIEs. Look at that. Woo, make some art, baby. And a checklist / poster. There are 25 photos in the series and a signed poster on the back, but I'm keeping that a fun little surprise for those that order it. Just a little extra bonus. Now, what am I talking about when I'm saying they are scratched to develop? Let's take a look. You slide out the dark slide, and there's your photo that's now exposed to the light and it's ruined. It chose gold because I wanted to look like a photo that hasn't had its developing pod spread, and you know, I think it just looks pretty cool. But I digress. You get 8 of these. You just slide one out like so, and there's a photo. And to get your photo, you just scratch it off and you get to see which one you got. And here's an example of what you could get. This was a screw-up errored one. That's why it's got all those weird marks on the bottom of the photo. Yours won't look that way. This was just for testing purposes only. And the pack has a magnet on the back, so you can stick it up on your fridge if you want to display some of the photos. So what's the main goal of all this? Well, there's a cool product that you can purchase. I think this is, you know, a pretty cool idea. But the core essence behind it is you buy one of the PolaCOPIEs, and then I can go and buy a real pack of film and continue to make videos that you will get to watch. And then hopefully, if these catch on, well, then those photos will be turned into PolaCOPIEs that you can buy again. Endless cycle, right? But here's the thing, I made all these by hand, so they take some time to do, and I'm actually going to show you an in-depth tutorial on how I did these so you can do them yourself if you want to do it. But just note, these are made by hand, so keep that in mind when you purchase these. And here is the other cool idea that I have to go along with these. Over the years, I have saved mostly every single film cartridge from my Polaroid packs. So much waste that goes into these packs, and these will just end up in landfills and whatever, right? So it's just bad for the environment. So I can only make so many of these before I run out of packs. I'm gonna implement a recycle program that I think Polaroid should be doing themselves, but aren't. So I'm gonna do it. Send me your empty packs. So I've left info in the description below to send me your empties, and then I will make PolaCOPIES with said cartridges. That way those do not go into the landfills, and just saves the environment a little bit more. I mean, if you shoot Polaroid, you know how much waste comes out of just one single pack. So much waste. So I'm gonna recycle these in the form of making art. So win-win-win for everybody, right? And worth noting, if you buy a couple of these packs, I've done my very best to make sure there's no doubles in each cartridge. But if you buy multiple boxes, you're gonna get some doubles that way. So how many am I making of these? Well, very limited this first run. I don't know if these are gonna catch on, and these took me a long time to actually make. Most of it was just figuring out how to do it, and the next time I make these, it should go a lot faster. But they are actually kind of expensive to produce themselves. So I'm working on ways to reduce the cost, because I do plan on doing at least one more larger run of these, of this series. This is series 1, I guess I'm calling it. And then I'm gonna go from there and see if it catches on, if you guys like it. I don't know about you, but like at the end of the day, once I have all my photos, big old stack of them, and they've all developed, I'm just going through them. It kind of reminds me of the days of like opening up like Pokemon cards or sports cards, and you're just like looking at them and trading them with your friends or whatever. So I wanted to bring that aspect to instant photography with these PolaCOPIES, I'm calling them. I have a lot of plans and cool ideas to implement into these to make them even better next time, like manufacturing them, doing rare cards, chase cards, holographic cards, putting like little extra prizes in each boxes and stuff. I have really cool ideas, and hopefully I can get to do those one day if these catch on. But for now, if you guys buy one of these, they are supporting the channel. I will just take whatever the profits left over and then go and buy real Polaroid film to help alleviate some of the cost of making these YouTube videos, because I don't just shoot 1 or 2 packs. I shoot like upwards of like 6 packs of film per video. I know I don't have to, but I like being thorough when I do my videos. When are these available? They are available right now. Right this second. There's a link in the description for you to go and grab these. If they've sold out prior to me releasing this video, yes, they will be available to Patreon members 48 hours before it goes public. And if you're in the Discord, these went up 24 hours, so yesterday, before it went public. Discord's free. You guys, link in the description. Patreon, any level of patron, you can get insider information basically when I do cool and fun stuff. And product releases like this. I have more product releases coming soon too. Shout out to my boy Dave Knopp from the Knopp Top YouTube channel for kind of sparking this idea. He sent me a New Year's, Christmas holiday card, if you will, and when I opened it, it was so freaking cool. So when I opened the card, there was a Polaroid camera that popped out, and it spit out a little card with scratcher paper on it, and I just scratched it off and revealed a watercolor painting that he did, and that sparked the idea of doing something similar. I just kind of took it to a whole new level. But shout out to you, Dave, for giving me this idea. So if I do sell all of these, that means they are a success, and I can make more on a larger scale and bring the cost down. That's the goal. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let me show off PolaCOPIES. Now, get out there, make some art. If these do catch on, I will have to change the name. Or at least the fonts. These are too much of a trademark infringement, I'm aware.